Okay. Now we're ready. We're in the middle of the wedding.
Yeah, we're in the middle of the wedding, and this tall Brian, cousin, decided it was very hot, and it was very hot in there because I had to have a candlelight wedding. Well, I'm so brilliant. Even after the 21st of June, this was the 10th of June, realizing that these days were long, and it did not get dark in Sault Ste. Marie until like 10 o'clock at night. The wedding was at 7:30, so it was as light as day outside, but I still had to have a candlelight wedding. And the other thing was, if you opened the windows in this church, the wind just poured through the church. So the windows were all shut, and this church was packed to the brim. It was just loaded with people. And so they kept the windows shut. Well, when Brian decided he was going to pass out, the ushers ran around, opened all the windows. Some doctors were there. They picked up Brian, carried him out to the outside, and got him all fixed up. My father got up from his seat, ran all the way downstairs, got a glass of water for Nancy, and gave it to her. Now that's what happened in the middle of the wedding. And then the guy carried on, and he was long-winded. And we got married that night. We just had cake and little tiny sandwiches, those round swirly things that are noted for the Upper Peninsula. That's what we had for our wedding. It was not a big deal. One of the funny things at the wedding is I remember this woman from the church. She's dead now, but we used to watch her warble in the choir. And she was terribly high pitched. You don't know her, but I heard her from the back of the room, just as loud. I remember the night that George and I were married. I hid in the closet. The whole place is in an uproar. And he put his hand in the closet to find me.
During your wedding?
No. Yeah, during the reception. She said this very loudly. We were laughing to hear. The women in the church did everything. I never knew what was going on. I did not choose anything. I hardly chose.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that's the way it went. We just wanted to get married, and we did. And then I turned 21, so that's the end of my story for right now.
We did, very soon after.
Yeah, I turned 21 in July.
We had a month. Where'd you go live?
We lived in a little tiny 18-foot travel trailer of my parents. We parked it in a mobile home park or whatever it was. And that summer I was the church secretary, which was pretty awful because they had a mimeograph. If you don't know what a mimeograph is, it's just an ink pot. And I would come home with ink from head to toe. It would take me all day to do the church bulletin. It was terrible. I figured I was not cut out to be a secretary at that point. If I had had a computer, it might have been better. And that summer, Bill was a bank teller, I think. Or did you work? I think you were a bank teller. And he would go from different things. He can tell you that story himself. Okay, that's the end of 20.
Okay.